All right, guys, this is Leo Gringuito.
And Gata.
And welcome to Flirting on the Floor, Dancing Through Life on Your Own Terms. And literally today, we are actually going to be talking about what we have spent the last 10 years doing, which is Latin dancing.
I was like, wait, what am I supposed to answer there?
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Happy love, health, and happiness. And today we're going to be talking about really how dancing has been such an instrumental part of our relationship.
That's right.
And how I really feel, and it doesn't even have to be Latin dance, you know, obviously Latin dance is a great one, and it's an industry that we have had such an incredible opportunity and privilege to grow. But any type of dance, because when you get together on the dance floor, there are so many conversations that are happening non-verbally.
Yeah, I mean, you know, dancing, you obviously, you know, if you are going to be with somebody, there has to be some kind of chemistry. And dance is such an easy way to figure out if you have chemistry with somebody or not. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing. If you're not into dancing, it's something you should look into, because it's just, it will get you connected to somebody a lot quicker than if you were not dancing. You know, it's a lot harder. So dancing, you know, it's no commitment, you know, especially in the Latin dance world. You could be dancing with 20, 30 people in one night. And there's no commitment. It's like, hey, we're here to have a good time. We're just communicating through our bodies. And, you know, if you're trying to find that special somebody, you could find that special somebody like we did.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's nice about today's episode is, you know, we're going to talk to people that are couples, but there's so many people that are searching for love as well. Mm-hmm. And it's really important to remember that you can use opportunities where, you know, I think with COVID, people are really now focusing more on virtual experiences. But when we get back into physical contact events, you know, the Latin dance world is incredible. Like Kat's saying, you know, in one night you could dance with 20, 30, 40 people. And, you know, think of it like, you know, those cheesy, you know, like where you switch person to person, like, for musical like a dating
chairs? What do you
not musical chairs.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is that the vodka speaking? No, you know, like it's been
I know what you're
like
talking about.
Date
Oh my
switching?
God. Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? Speed dating.
Speed dating. Thank you so much. Yeah. So it's been a while since I've been speed dating, since we've been together for 10 years. But so, you know, you get a minute and then you're 4 feet from each other, you might shake a hand. Imagine in one night being able to physically connect with 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people. And then from that experience, you know, kind of feel out who might be a potential person that you want to get to know. Now, granted, dancing for many people are just a dance. You know, right. Kat and I will go dancing and dance very close to other people, but for us, since we're married, you know, that is really just a connection with a person. It's fun. As instructors, you know, we have to kind of live up to the hype of the dance. It's never just a dance. It's kind of always, you know, being on our A game. But there are huge opportunities, and I will say this again and again, if you are introverted and you're shy, the Latin dance floor is one that is probably the most inviting. You know, if a guy asks a girl to dance in a hip-hop club, like, the EDM, like, like, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying?
Not happening.
Right there, Kat is deciding does she like me, does she doesn't like me, whether it's my look or whatever. But
it's usually by appearance.
It's by appearance, right? So that's going to be a problem for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little flaky. But when you're on the Latin dance floor, it's like dancing with a cousin or a family member at first. You know, it's just going to be something that you naturally do. And unless you're tired or the person is obnoxious, you're not going to say no.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think, you know, because there is actually a learning aspect, you know, in dancing, you know, at least in partner dancing, there has to be some kind of learned basic, some kind of, if you're dancing salsa, there's forward and back. If you're dancing bachata, which we love to do, it's this way, horizontal. And, so there is some kind of basic. So a lot of the ladies, a lot of the gentlemen will cater to beginners, the ones that are nice will cater to beginners and dance with everybody and give them an opportunity to really shine when you're first starting out. So that's a beautiful thing. That's something that's very nurturing with the dance community. It's something that you can't really describe even. You just have to see it when you enter into a ballroom full of thousands of people, and then you get an opportunity to dance with every single one of them. It's amazing. There's hardly any no's, at least in the social dance setting. A little more dicey in the Congress settings, which we'll talk about another day. But
or even if you're just going into a Latino club, it kind of becomes more of a
like a nightclub vibe.
Yeah, like a nightclub vibe. But again, it's still much more inviting than if you were in an EDM, a hip hop, or a top 40 club, and you just want to ask someone to dance. As a male, I know, if a female asks a male to dance, usually, again, but it's the same thing. The guy is going to decide, does he like or not like, or if a girl's dancing with a girl, guy dancing with a guy. I mean, obviously, this is open to every shape of life. So the dance community is such an inviting one, and for those of you guys that are single, really take this opportunity to look at that as an opportunity, because we know there's people on our channel that are looking for that special relationship, and sometimes it's about, you have to go through those bad relationships. You have to kind of learn the ropes of the mistakes you're going to make, and then be ready to find the right person. And the mistakes you make are the tools to take you to the next level in a next level relationship. But you can also step up your game by watching videos like this and taking other opportunities to learn from couples that are experts in couple life. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll start. We'll lead with our relationship as an example for that. Lee and I were professional Latin dancers already. We had, met on the dance floor, and then became dance partners, and then fast forward 10 years later, now we're married, happily married, 5 years, been together 10 years.
She said married, then happily married. She also, at our wedding day,
we can edit that.
At our wedding day, handed in my, Kat, would you like to say something? No, Kat, would you like to say something? And then she says, I haven't been happy in such a long time. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
It was not, I misspoke, and then everybody in the whole room started cracking up laughing, and I was like, no, wait, that's not what I meant. I meant,
She acts like
it was like
we were in the National Museum
400
of
people.
Women of the Arts, so we're talking a 35,000 square foot.
But we love to laugh, so I did it on purpose, guys. I did it on purpose to make you all laugh at the wedding party. Anyways, so we got together. What I was trying to say was we got together because it was more like serendipity. We were both in long-term relationships, and we were like, we're cutting that, and we just want to be free agents for a while. Like, we just want to not even talk about relationships for at least a year more, and we weren't really open to anything, but it just happened. That we had chemistry on the dance floor. We had chemistry, and we built a relationship off of that from initially dancing, getting to know each other through dance, and then dating after that. So it's something that you really have to be open to, and you have to be ready to accept.
Yeah, and I think dance creates people coming to the Latin dance world in the 15 years that we've been producing events. People come because of the community aspect. So, if you're married and you're like, hey, I don't want to be going out and people are going to be hitting on my wife or my husband,
over that.
You got to get over that, because jealousy will drop a relationship faster than anything. It is capital number one thing.
You should always have trust with your partner, and you can't think of it as I don't know if this is the right word, but as a possession or like your mind type situation. A lot of, I know some people think that way, but really you have to think of it more like a partnership. If I love him, he should love me back. It's reciprocal. Can't even say it, reciprocal, and we should always have that love, and have that goal together as we grow as a couple. So it's something you work at all the time. I'm not going to say I'm perfect and I don't get jealous and I don't, that's not true, but you work at it and you're like, hey, like, that night I might have drank too many of these.
That's never happened before.
That's never happened before. But, and then you do irrational things, but then the next day you wake up and you're like, hey, I was wrong. And, we move past it and we grow as a relationship, because there should always be trust between your couple, and that's going to be your foundation, your rock.
Yeah. I would say, so by the way, just for anyone watching, we do not premeditate any. We are very busy people, very busy.
We don't prepare, premeditate. We don't even prepare anything we're about to say.
We are very busy marriagepreneurs, and ultimately, I mean, we were signing big hot sauce deals today. There's so much stuff going on, and we were shooting this video that took forever because we need a pitch video for Giant. Make a long story short, what we say and it's how we teach as well. We got to a point when we started teaching. When we first started, we would practice the moves. But then after a couple of years...
We would literally take almost an hour out of our day and prepare what lesson we're going to teach. Exactly. And, but with experience, it really changed.
Yeah, with experience, it's like, okay, what is the topic? What's the focus? How long are we going to speak for? And then we just let it flow. And it's the same thing when we teach. We have an idea. We kind of have an idea of what the group of students that are going to come and learn. And then we kind of flow. So everything that comes out in these sessions, it's really just us naturally discussing the trials and tribulations of marriage and being together. And one of the things I was thinking about, Latin dance, if you're looking for that special someone, for me, I grew up in Brooklyn, then the Poconos. I was a magician. I was practicing with doves and doing magic tricks instead of chasing hot girls in high school. So when I got to college at George Mason, I basically took this 2-credit Latin dance class, and it changed my life. But Gringuito, which means little white boy, from my first instructor named me Gringuito, it kind of created this alter ego, hey, I can go out there, I can be Gringuito. And my goal was ultimately, to meet a beautiful Latina, like my wife Kat, and I brought that to fruition. And it was all because of the just the energy that was created through Latin dance. So I mean, it changed my life. That's an honest story, and we honestly feel like it can change yours.
Everything starts with a vision, and that goes from your life to, if for us, we're small business owners, it all starts with a vision and believing in that vision. And if you are somebody who is looking for someone and you haven't found love yet, just picture you, whoever that person is, in a happy, healthy relationship, and that's where where your energy is gonna start to funnel into, and the universe will deliver. I really believe that. So, in closing, because I think we're over our time limit here.
20 minutes.
Oh, it's 20? I thought it was 10.
Well, I mean, we were talking. I mean, we say 10 to 20.
Okay, never mind. We can keep chit-chatting. We could talk about this all day, but it's important to do that. And I think if you visualize, if you just kind of are willy-nilly going around and okay, maybe this will work, maybe not, maybe, it could backfire. So it's good that you visualize who aligns with you, with your family, with your lifestyle, with your, if you're not a dancer, we're not forcing you to go become a dancer, but we highly recommend it because it is a community, it's a social thing, it's something where you can meet people fast. But if that's not you, then try something else, that will resonate with you and your soul and what you like to do. So we'll leave you guys with that. I'll leave you guys with that, and then you can keep going.
Yeah, I think so. So let's. Yeah, that's incredible, Kat. Take a sip of your vodka soda.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
So no, I think somewhere between 10 and 20 is fair, and we have about 5 minutes left. I want to discuss now. Let's take the last 5 minutes to connect with our couples and our people that are married. So if you're single, you've already watched the video. Yay. So thank you. You've already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, just hit that button. Post editing will make it appear. And let's discuss how Latin dancing can create a dynamic. So one thing that, and again, we are always learning. Mm-hmm. But the other day we were talking, and I was like, how cool would it be if we every day at some point, we thought it'd be cool in the morning to wake up. The first thing was like, why don't we dance in the shower? We always shower together. Okay, just throw that out there for the world. We have a big shower. We have this beautiful 20-inch waterfall shower head.
Like as if we're not together 24/7 because we run our businesses together. So as if we weren't together 24/7, we have to shower together also.
Yeah. Now that I just mentioned that, I wonder. Cute. Anyone in comments, I don't know, can you tell us if you shower with your loved one? Is that normal?
Is there any other...
Yeah, it's so funny because when we go to my mom's house, we always kind of segue to the shower, but if my nephew's there, Kat will be like, oh, I'm going in to brush my teeth, and then I'll be like, oh, I have to go in and shave, and then all of a sudden water comes on. I don't know why it just became Julia Childs, but but basically we do everything together, and so what I was getting at is we thought, how cool would it be every day to wake up, put a song on. We have one of those little Amazon what is that thing called, the
Echo Dot,
the Echo Dot,
yeah.
And we're just I can't say it too loud because the music will start because we have them all over, but just, hey, play some Latin music or jazz or love song, and just start the day with a dance. It doesn't have to be an award-winning performance, No. It's just when you connect with someone, it's such a beautiful dynamic, and so we've been trying to do that. I will say we're not perfect, and even as professional Latin dancers now, I mean, obviously it's our profession, so things change, but I encourage you to try to start your day or any time in the day, just dance. It could be for 30 seconds, it could be for 60 seconds. Just dance together.
And the way that usually that starts with me and Lee is we'll just, usually just start by hugging first.
And then there's music on. You need music.
Yeah, you need music, but usually, it starts with us just being really huggy with each other and being we really need to just connect, and then it turns into this two-step or whatever jazz is playing or whatever music is playing. So it's something that it doesn't need to be intricate. It just needs to be an intimate moment that you guys can connect, even if it's I don't know, 30 seconds in the kitchen and you guys are just passing each other. Maybe you guys are virtually working in two different offices, but you guys are passing each other in the kitchen for coffee. That's a perfect time. Boom. And it'll help your relationship because it really reminds you of that warmth, of that connection. So
yeah, it creates magic. Music for centuries, for thousands of years, yeah. On a tribal level, music was used in religious ceremonies. It was used in celebrations. It was used in...
Did you research this before?
No, I'm just making it up. But it's incredible the power of music and, yes. and music and connection. So try to dance once a day. At any point, grab your loved one, surprise them. I think it's a beautiful way. And then the second tip, and I'm going to let Kat give a tip, and then we're going to wrap this up, is if you're going through one of our courses, cheap plug, but we have Gringos Can Dance. So if you're introverted, by yourself, quarantining, you want to learn, go to gringoscandance.com. We'll make it appear post-editing. You can check that out. And then, of course, as you can see behind us, we have flirtingonthefloor.com, which is our living room Latin dance date night, which is super fun. 21 moves of merengue, bachata, and salsa to connect with your loved one in the safety of your home. The point I'm getting at is make sure when you're dancing, you understand the other person's position in the dance. So lead and follow, by the way, not male or female. A female can lead, male can follow. But you have to understand the complexities of both. When you're leading, you have a responsibility to keep your partner safe. When you're following, you have a responsibility to listen to your partner physically. And that is a dance within itself. And we have done couple for wedding choreographies, and you know, sometimes you can see couples just going at it and you're like, man, I hate to say this, but it's like, is this gonna work? Because if they can't simply dance together, how can they go through a life together that is at some point going to have chaos, because life is going to throw a bad card, right?
Yeah, that leads me, that was exactly what I was going to say with my point. So the third point is to be patient with each other. You know, so my background, when I first became professional in Latin dancing, was teaching private lesson students to learn how to dance. So naturally, a lot of those people ended up being couples that wanted to come and learn how to do salsa, learn how to do merengue, bachata, all the Latin dances. And surprisingly, it was always, I wouldn't say always, but majority of the time, it was the follower trying to lead and the lead trying to follow, and disharmony. So it's not so much a problem of dance, of I can't do the dance. It's a problem of patience. Of patience with each other, and especially if you've known your partner for a long time, your patience, I think, goes smaller as you guys get through your relationship. You know, you learn your kinks, you learn your buttons to press and that kind of thing. So, you know, patience is a virtue, and it's really something that saves relationships. If you can just take a step back and be like, hey, okay, like I know you're struggling and you're projecting on me and vice versa, you know, then you can actually solve the world. I mean, it's like, you know, that's a huge thing. So patience is a virtue. Remember that. And go through dance just having fun. It's all about having fun. The reason why you're doing it is not to become a world dancer and for you guys to be John Travolta in that movie, you know. Saturday
Night Live Fever? Yeah, Saturday Night Fever?
I don't even think I've ever even watched movie.
I'm turning 40 this year, so that movie was before my time. The only reason I'm a fan of John Travolta is his birthday is February 18th, just like me.
Really?
As well as Michael Jordan and Vanna White.
Woo!
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So this has been a great episode. I loved how it just flowed.
Just naturally went that way.
Flowed effortlessly. But seriously, you know, dance can be such a gift in your relationship.
Yes.
And, you know, I hate to just drop the bomb, but, you know, for me, if I was in a relationship and I couldn't get through a dance with someone without arguing, it might not be the right relationship. And sometimes at some point you have to realize, like,
no, but you can't discourage people. Sometimes, a lot of times what happens is people are in their head and they're like, oh my God, freaking out, and I feel embarrassed. And there is a way to get out of that and get out of your head. And so, I mean, you know, as professional dancers, I think if you had somebody who didn't dance, I think that would be a problem. But if you're not a professional, I mean, hey, it's all for fun.
That's true.
At the end, it's all for fun, and it's really about likes and that kind of thing. So just, if you guys are out there like trying to learn how to dance and you feel frustrated, don't feel like, take that away. Try to take that negativity out and just have fun with it. Who cares about the steps? Who cares about the moves? Yes, You know, some people go further here, but don't compare yourselves to others. You know, just have fun, do it for your well-being, because once you accept that, it's actually a beautiful thing. You know, it's good exercise. It'll keep you and your partner connected. It'll keep you guys engaged, physically connected and emotionally connected. So there's so many benefits to it. It's so worth it.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. And actually, if you're listening on our podcast, then you can go to our Flirting on the Floor YouTube channel. You can also go to flirtingonthefloor.com. On both those channels, we have some free dance moves for couples to just kind of get your feet wet. And then, of course, we also have our Flirting on the Floor course at flirtingonthefloor.com, which is 21 plus great dance moves for living room Latin dance date night, which we produced during COVID-19 in May of 2020. It was we're always adding new material. But thank you guys so much. We appreciate the opportunity for those of you guys that listen through. And we're so excited. This is a new venture for us to take time, but really dancing through life on your own terms. If you break that down, dancing through life on your own terms. The dance part is important, but you can look at that as a metaphor, right? It's just kind of like kind of joyfully going through your life. So even if you watch this and you never ever dance, at least you can take a piece of knowledge from this and
make it happen. I mean, make that phrase like your mantra. I think you say mantra.
I think it's
mantra.
I think it's the you go like this. You go.
Well, make it your own and take it in and own it so that you can really move forward with that. It'll really change your life.
Yeah. Well, we are way over time, but we knew this episode would go slightly over. Kat was already trying to go to sleep at like the 15-minute mark. And I'm like, Kat, this is about giving back to people.
I was trying to hit the bar up again, but I still have half a drink
she's
here.
She's like, Kat, you cannot make this a subscription model, okay? It's giving back. Well, guys, thank you so much. It's always about fun, and don't forget, laughter is the key to everything as well. So laugh away. And if you learn anything and you have never showered with your significant other, I will say this: we have been in hotels where the showers will not accommodate two people, so we don't recommend that.
And we take off 1 star for every review that.
Yeah, exactly. But
lose a star
if you have a walk-in shower, we just did a renovation, and if you watch one of our previous episodes, it was about kind of creating spiritual space. And so anyway, we did this big renovation, but our bathroom is literally like being in a hotel. We love it. So create that magic and shower with your loved one, and it's not about like you have to like be like in the shower. It's kind of like being there. We have conversations in there.
We've had full meetings in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I used to have actually a notebook that was waterproof. The paper somehow was waterproof, and the pencil was waterproof, where you could write down your notes. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and when you're in the shower with your loved one, you have someone that can actually take your little. We have this little like woofas. What are those called? Loofahs. Okay. You have this loofahs.
We've gone over. Cut.
So you have the loofah, and you have someone that can get to the parts of your back you can't reach. It's very nice to have the loofah, and we have a little thing because we have a glass sliding doors. Whoever gets out of the shower first, the person that stays in has to squeegee. You got to keep your shower looking
I don't know how this man decided like that squeegeeing was the thing to do for these glass doors. I mean, it does look pretty.
My dad told me you need a squeegee, and the squeegee has kept it clean. But now every single shower is a squeegee moment, and I usually like take long showers, and I've learned how to take the quickest showers of my life so that he's stuck squeegeeing. Okay, so So from one squeegee master to the other.
Another tip.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. My name is Leo Gringuito.
I'm Kat Gata.
Don't forget, guys, dance through life on your own terms.
And have fun.
Flirt on the floor and flirt through life.
Yes.
We hope you guys dance and have so much fun. We'll see you guys on our next episode. And again, keep love alive. See you guys soon.
Bye.